Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Bonilla, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT, and I'm going to take a look at your practice test. This is number 1, I think.
My favorite memory when I was a child, it's one day when I went to the beach with my parents.
When you went to, let me listen to that again.
I remember that when I went to the beach with my parents.
When you went to the beach, I think you're saying beach. It almost sounded like you're saying village, but I think beach. So just remember the E, beach. Now, the other thing you have to be careful about here, if you look at this particular question, the first part of the question is asking you to describe the place you visited first and then talk about what your favorite memory is. So there's actually 2 parts to this question.
I remember that we sat on the sand with my old sister, and I have a...
Now, what do you remember about the sand? Was it white? Was it tan? Was it brown? Was it dark? Was it hot sand? Was it... So when you're explaining this place, you really need to describe it. You need to describe it physically with descriptive details.
A nice image of my parents taking their hands together. Also, I remember the sun rising up, and I remember the sentiment of being happy.
Okay.
And always laughing with all my...
I like the vocabulary word sentiment. Sentiment means feeling, so that's a good vocabulary word that you use there.
Family. That is my favorite memory as a child.
All right, so I think on this one there's really 2 parts.
My favorite memory when...
To the problem here. Let's go back to the rubrics here. We look at the question. So describe a place and then explain a favorite memory. I don't really think you did in any specific manner. I think describe it. So I would say that you need to use more specific details to describe the place first, and then when you talk about the favorite memory, you talked about 3 different things that you remember, but it's probably better if you just focus in one specific area and then give some specific details in that one area or that one focus, and that would probably help you to develop this idea in a little bit more depth and complexity of thought, right? So your score here, I'm going to put you at about 2.1 out of 4, 17 points out of 30 on this practice test because of some weaknesses in your topic development and also language use in that you're using very basic vocabulary and grammar. Delivery, if I comment on that, you're speaking very slowly, you're trying to pronounce all your words clearly. But because you're speaking so slowly, it makes it difficult to concentrate on what you're saying. So you definitely need to work on your fluency and get comfortable speaking a little bit faster. Anyway, so those are my comments there. Now, I think that you also sent me one more email. I'm going to go ahead and look at that and answer that while I am talking to you now. Might as well, since I'm doing a video right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, here. Okay, you have an email that says plan for me. So it says, I just sent you my speaking and writing as you asked me to have a score idea of my skills so you can recommend a plan to study. I enrolled in your course the past Thursday. When I first wrote to you, I said I have 1 month, but if I have to spend more time, I could wait to apply to a university. I really want to pass the TOEFL. Okay, so here's what we know so far. Based on the speaking that you just did, you got 17 points out of 30 on that, right? So that's kind of where we are there. My teaching assistant is going to give you a score on the writing practice test that you submitted. So once you get that, you can send that back to me. Now, here's what you want to say in the email. You say, Michael, okay, so far, you can actually put this email or put what you just wrote me here, put this in the bottom of the email and say, Michael, as you told me, here's my writing score that Mike Gonzalez just gave me. You're going to let me know what that is, and then remind me that you got 17 on the speaking. And then remind me again what your TOEFL goals are. What score do you want to get out of 120? Right? And you want to try to do this in 30 days. So what I'm going to do is to let you know whether or not I think that's possible. And I'll just give you my opinion based on your current academic English language abilities. So I can tell you, Martha, that your speaking skills, you have a lot of pronunciation that you need to practice. You need to keep working in the speaking area. Even it's a good idea for you to study the vocabulary and the grammar parts of my course based on this practice test.